Hey everyone, it's me, Donna, and I think this is like the 50 millionth time I've tried to make this video, and it's driving me nuts because I keep coughing, and I apologize ahead of time. I had the flu during the Christmas holiday, and this crud is still in my lungs. It's like it don't want to go nowhere, so I know I'm going to be coughing quite a bit, but I apologize. Okay. I'm making this video to pitch some ideas that I have to Twitter and Elon Musk. Not that they need it. Elon Musk is very, very rich and he knows how to run his own businesses or whatever. But I just thought I would just throw this out there just in case, because I think it would be a good thing, a good idea for content creators as well as Twitter itself, as well as for companies out there. My thing is, I know that, for instance, let's go back in time to when YouTube had a lot of advertisers on their platform and all that. And, there was a big controversy that went down and a lot of companies pulled the plug and all that. And now, there's not really that good of content as far as ads go on these places, which I noticed it's getting a little bit better, but it's not like it used to be. And even on TV, if you'll notice, most of the ads are either car insurance ads, health insurance ads, or big pharma ads, things like that. You don't really see any more of your traditional household ads, like dealing with cereals and, other foods and things like that, various other household products. You don't really see that stuff anymore. A lot of your cola commercials are gone and all that. And I'm thinking with this inflation, a lot more companies are really going to need the business, because, I don't know if anybody else has seen the grocery store lately, which I'm sure y'all have. I'm being silly, of course. And we've seen how high everything has gotten out there. And and everybody's pinching their pennies. So in order for a company to stay on people's minds and everything, I think they would really need advertisement more than ever right now, because everybody wants your business, you would think. So especially the cola companies and all that, because I've noticed now cola drinks have really, along with eggs and everything else. So yeah. So I think it would be a good idea for these companies to really think about that and think about promotions such as sweepstakes and even surveys and things like that. I think advertisement is the key. Okay, but let's get to the idea that I have. Okay, I think it would be neat is if Twitter, in keeping with the platform of free speech, up to a point. I mean, you got to be reasonable. You can't be threatening people or doing anything bad or whatever. But under their current guidelines, let's just put it that way, using that along with lists from advertisers, like they can give Twitter a list of what they will and will not accept as far as tweets, the type of content that they want their ads placed on. They will have that, that can be programmed into an AI to when you make your tweet and you click send. If you choose to monetize that particular tweet, it will go through the process, and then it will give you, as a content creator, a list of available, what I call ad buttons that can be placed across the top, along the sides, and along the bottom. There can be so many, all around. It's like a border around your tweet, okay? There can be, so many available, and, so many companies or companies that allow certain type of content. And if your content is good enough, then you get to pick. And if that's the company that you want, you want their little ad button on your border, you can pick that company, their button. Okay. All right. And if you choose not, like, let's just say there's only so many that are available, like your content maybe offends a whole bunch of other companies, but yet there's a few left that are okay with your content, according to their guidelines that they sent, then you can pick them, and then the rest of it will just say no ad. And if you're a content creator that does not want to be monetized, then every time you tweet, it'll just be bordered with a thing that says no ad. So, it can be either way. Or if you just choose for that particular tweet, not like if you know you're going to say something controversial and you know it's going to offend a lot of companies out there, but yet it's not, violent or threatening toward anybody, but still, it's going to, get on a few people's nerves, then you can choose for that tweet to not be monetized. Okay. All right. And in order for this to work, a social media platform would have to have, in their marketing team, they would have to have some really good scouts who can go out to these major companies as well as the smaller companies and say, hey, let's do this. Let's make this work. And let them know that they have some control over what their ads are going to be put on. And they will, they can give these companies a form to fill out to where, they can say what they do and do not want, their ads, the type of content that they want their ads to be placed on. And that can be programmed into the system. Okay. And then another option that these companies can have at their disposal is, if they create a tweet account, a company tweet account, they have the option of pulling their button. Like if they come across your tweet and something hits their head to where they're like, well, wait a minute, I don't want that. I don't want my ad on that. Even though I know I didn't say it in the beginning, we didn't put that in our thing, but maybe that's not what we want. They have the right to do that. They can pull that button off of your tweet, and they can state why in the thing, and click send and send it to Twitter to where they'll know. It could be just you. Maybe you're a controversial person and they just don't want their ads on your content. And so that will be put into the system to where, their ads never have to be put into your tweets. Or it could be just something that you said, one little word or whatever, they have that option to do that. And then once they pull it, then a little thing will pop up and that will say no ad, but up until that point, you'll still get your money. Like, if you generated some money to that, up until the point that they pulled it, you'll still get that. I think that would be fair, but I think that would be a good option for them to have, to where they have more control, to where it won't be some big thing to where it ends up a big, huge blowout in the press and all that stuff about how, bad content is being advertised and all that stuff. They can pull away from that. But another thing that I think as a trade-off is these companies don't need to be pushing woke agenda. I don't care anything about woke agenda. When I see an ad, I want to see a product. I want to see ads like I used to see in the 80s and 70s and early 90s and all that, to where it's about the product. If you're Coca-Cola, show me a commercial about your drink. Show people enjoying your drink and having a good time and all that. I don't need to see some kind of social justice, whatever the thing is, because, I'm smart enough to know what it, and make up my own mind about what I believe or whatever. I don't need a cola company or food company telling me what I need to think and believe and whatever. Don't want to see that crap. So I think that should be the trade-off, is nothing that's that way, for that to be fair to, the content creator as well. So I think that would be a good trade-off. But I really think that there needs to be people who are dedicated and determined to do this in order for this to work. Okay, and these buttons, they can be a button that will either lead to a website, an ad, a video ad, or whatever, or like a survey, like if a company really wants to get people's input on certain things, or sweepstakes. I think that would be good for companies to bring back more sweepstakes. I noticed that's kind of went, might be a good idea. So, and also people that are like big YouTubers and all that, and if you're wanting to place ads to get people either over to your channel or over to your videos, certain videos, you can also be a part of this whole advertising thing. And your little button to your video can be on somebody's tweet, can border it or whatever. That would be neat. Another thing that Twitter could offer is their own special GIFs and memes that are only unique to Twitter, and it can work two ways. Okay, one way could be to where you get paid for using a company. Like companies out there can create their own little memes. So like cola companies or cereal companies or whatever, they can create cute little memes or GIFs that they would like to see in people's tweets and stuff. You can add that into your content, and as long as it's approved, it will appear. I mean, if you put it in, if you pick it out, the GIF, if you pick that out, and when you send it through and it doesn't get approved, it'll just be an empty thing. Like it just won't appear. No fuss, no muss, whatever. But if it does get approved, then a cute little GIF or whatever will appear. Also, another way that it can be done is you, as the content creator and the tweeter, you can pay certain companies or certain authors of such memes and GIFs so much for each little GIF or meme. Maybe a nickel, quarter, whatever. Especially like these people that create these cute little Japanese anime type things, something like that. Something cute with that, or just different things that would be cute and unique. That could be tied in with a brand, or could be tied in with something else. But you can pay for it and have that on your thing, along with the free stuff, the free GIFs and memes or whatever. But that would be something kind of neat to put in there. Let me think what else I was going to say. Oh yeah, as for the buttons, the whole button border thing, there could be an analyst thing. Like if you are monetized, you choose to be monetized. On each tweet, there can be, just like there is now, like an analytics thing that you can click on, and it will tell you, like for instance, say Coca-Cola wants to do a promotion for 30 days. Say they want to give $500,000, or well, maybe not that much, maybe $250,000 or 100,000. Okay, let's just say they're willing to pay $100,000 total for a promotion to get so many clicks. Let's just say, they're going by the clicks, okay? All right, and let's just say they want, 200,000 clicks, okay? So what they do is they have so many available, all right? And like, all right, they have the budget, right? The say $100,000, okay, and that will give them a total of 200,000 clicks, okay. All right, so however many people click on yours, that will be your piece of the pie. Like, and it will keep track of it each day or whatever, or however whether it be refreshed every hour or 30 minutes or 30 seconds or whatever. It will keep track as to how many views you bring in, how many clicks you bring in, okay, and that will be your piece of pie, which the thing automatically stops after a certain thing anyway. So let's say they get over 200,000. Well, that's just a gimme for them. Like that would, once that's their stopping point, and that's all they're willing to pay, then it will just tell you in the analytics that the money ticker or whatever has reached its goal, and therefore anything after that is just free clicks or whatever. But at least you made such and such, because I mean they've got to divide this up amongst everybody, and there's going to be people on Twitter who are going to get like a whole lot of clicks from people, and some people who might not get very many, but I mean that's just the way it is. Same thing with views. Like they can say, okay, they can have a budget of 50,000 for so many views, and if you generate so many, then that's what you get. And of course it's going to be less because it's not an actual click, but it's a view. So many people actually saw your tweet, and therefore that company, you get paid at least some little something from so many, and it will kind of keep up with that. Just like any company does with any type of monetization, But that's just, like I said, that's just my idea. That's how I envision it in my head. And I just wanted to put it out there. I know, I probably shouldn't be wasting my time, and probably nobody wants to hear it. But when I get stuff rolling around in my head, sometimes I just have to put it out there. And if people are interested, they can just run with it or whatever, But anyway, that's all I can think of right now. It'd be my luck that probably when I'm done, I'll think, man, why didn't I say that? And I hate it when I do that. But yeah, I mean, that's all that I can think of right now. But anyway, I'm going to bid everyone goodbye. So talk to you guys later. Bye.